Hey brother, I'm Stuart, Motola, men's relationship coach. I hope you're having a great day. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the next simple step you can take to save your marriage. And I'm going to reference a client of mine, and for confidentiality purposes, I'm going to call him Jim. And in Jim's case, it was a, a lack of confidence that his wife would really show up to create deeper emotional connection. It was a lack of confidence, which I could also say is a fear of, her ability to not be overreactive in conversations and, just general interactions. And so for Jim, because of those, fears, it caused him to just feel like nothing I can do is going to really change this. So put him in a just really kind of resigned place. Okay. So do you feel resignation in your relationship, in your ability to save your marriage? So consider that for a moment. And so what I pointed out to Jim was that when he stays in that small place of resignation, he comes towards improving his marriage, towards saving his marriage, with this idea that he has to be at the end, meaning it's got to be fixed, it's got to be saved. He's got to slay the dragon of his marriage and what's wrong with it, in one swoop. And if it doesn't get done, what's the point? He had, like a lot of guys I talk to, an evidence of, I've tried this, I've tried that, nothing seems to work. But the problem is, and I'm going to make an extrapolation, what's it mean to just take the next simple step, be curious with the process, and know that there's another step after that. So that difference between this has to be one and done versus no, this is a process, and I'm willing to take those next simple steps, knowing that, I'm playing a longer game here. And Jim was super successful in business. And what was interesting, he had so much patience with the process in business. When he was making deals, he was able to know, okay, this conversation needs to happen in this moment. It's not time for this next conversation. And a level of patience with the process and trust in the process that got him amazing results. So I talked to him about what would it be like to bring those strengths to saving your marriage? And what would it be like to just identify the next simple step? And for him, that was just to be able to be with his wife when she had an upset that typically would rattle him, and just notice what it's like to be okay in that space and show up stronger and show up curious with her instead of retreating and withdrawing and pulling himself back into that place of resignation and a repeated failure. So what we noticed was that the real dragon wasn't slaying the dragon of his marriage, it was slaying the dragon of his own resignation and beginning to learn to trust the process of the next simple step that he could take. And so we broke that down. Suddenly the risks of failure in improving his marriage were just so much lower, and it increased his sense of confidence. Like, this is actually on me and how I'm approaching this. And instead of approaching it as a crap shot, approaching it as, this is the next simple step. And next after that is another simple step. And that's something that I, bring to him as a coach, having coached men for 15 years in relationship. And I have an explicit understanding of the next steps. But regardless of what I could bring to that conversation, it took him deciding, was he going to stay in the resignation, or was he going to approach his relationship as if it was the biggest business deal of his life? Calibrating, like, how important is this? Will I be happy at the end of my life knowing I was successful in business and failed in my marriage? So I want to ask that to you. What are you playing for? And, what is the next simple step you could take in your relationship? Is it like Jim, just staying cool in a difficult conversation? Or is it something else? And, feel free to leave a comment below and be in dialogue. See below for links to my work. And I appreciate you watching this, and have a great day. Thanks.